So Tim and Alex had this really big argument, and the way Tim is talking is basically saying that the argument was so bad that he was seriously considering ending the engagement. But we're giving no context of this argument. We see them talking about it, but they're very vague about what went on. So if anybody has the tea on it, I need to know. Anybody has any insider information, let me know. But essentially what I managed to gather / decipher is that Alex was in a mood. She didn't want to talk, but she didn't communicate that to Tim. And basically Tim felt a type of way that Alex was ignoring her. So I guess he tried to be like, what's wrong? Bearing in mind, they've both probably been out drinking a lot. So emotions are heightened. And the producers love to fill up these people's cups. So I guess Tim was trying to be like, what's up? And I guess Alex just kept getting more and more irritated. Like, she was just thinking, leave me alone. So I guess Tim wanted to talk about it. Alex didn't want to talk about it. And then an argument ensued. Now, Tim is basically saying that Alex called him out his name because he was talking about, don't ever call me anything other than my name ever again. I mean, this is two black people arguing, so I think it's safe to assume some words were flying. And I think it got very heated. I don't know. Tim was saying Alex was getting in his face. And so I don't know if they both got up in each other's faces or whether Alex got up in Tim's face. And I guess she was basically telling him to be quiet or shut up or something. And she put her hand over his mouth. Ooh. And when she said that she did that, I was like, girl. Ooh. Because the argument's already heated. There's probably alcohol involved. And then you're putting your hand over someone's mouth. And that's a disrespectful way to tell somebody to be quiet. So I can understand why Tim felt disrespected to that. And he probably felt really, maybe he felt really emasculated by that as well. Like somebody physically covering your mouth with their hands. So yeah, he was basically like, nah, the disrespect was wild. But again, we don't really have much context on what was actually said in this argument. All we know is that it was bad, according to Tim. And it essentially broke him, and they're not sleeping in the same room anymore. Now, before, Alex had alluded to the fact that she used to have a bad temper, and she had worked on it in therapy, and it's not that bad anymore. Tim also said prior to the argument that he's not about arguing. He's a grown man. He doesn't do arguments. He walks away from arguments. And people were talking about, oh, he's a Virgo man. I'm also a Virgo, and I don't like arguments either. But I am also a very confrontational person. And Alex was saying that he was confronting her because he wanted to know why she was upset. And Tim confirmed, yes, he wanted to know why she was upset. Now, I'm a woman, not a man. So personally, if it was the end of the night and I felt some bad energy from my partner and they were being quite quiet, I would leave it alone, go to bed and discuss it in the morning. But when you're there trying to say what's wrong, and you can see the person's agitated, you're asking for an argument. Tim. Virgo to Virgo, you were looking for an argument. And an argument you found. And what I find interesting about Tim is that he basically said that he doesn't like arguing, but then he was also saying before, like, he likes a woman that bites back. Well, it seems like Alex bit back, and he didn't like it. Also, them having this argument, also not a surprise. Alex being agitated by Tim, also not a surprise, because they have this thing. He keeps talking about his dog. I don't know what this dog is. He keeps talking about his dog, woof woof. I don't get the joke. But Alex is clearly annoyed by it, and she tells him, can you stop making this joke? I hate this joke. And he keeps doing it. He keeps doing this joke. And she keeps saying, stop doing this joke. And he keeps doing it. And to me, I can tell that Alex definitely hates this joke, and she hates when he does it. And she gets annoyed when he does it, and he keeps doing it. So I feel like maybe it's a mixture of her being irritated and annoyed by the joking and all of that stuff. And it it came to this big argument. That's what I think. Because when that whole thing was happening, I was like, they're going to start arguing. Because for me personally, if I've told somebody I don't like a particular bit, I don't like a particular joke that they're doing, and they keep doing it and they keep doing it, I'm going to get irritated. I'm going to get irritated by it. So personally, I think that's what happened. But I got to hear from you guys. What do you think the argument was about? Do you feel like this whole joke bit that Alex clearly doesn't like, that Tim keeps doing, was a factor? What do you guys think? And are we rooting for them? Are we rooting for them to continue? I'm not invested in any of these couples, to be honest. I don't care if they make it or not.